transferred over a 15-point captain, and we're going to take a look at this boat and take her out for her first battle. First, let's look at her armor, and her citadel is exposed, but she's got a lot of protection down there. 432, 259, 180, 409, and on top 150. That's good armor, and her guns are loaded, absolutely armored to the hilt, 541 millimeters, my goodness. And on top of her citadel, she's got 38 millimeters of armor, and then she's got on top of that 19 millimeters of armor, and then she's also got plating, 32 and an additional 25 millimeters of armor. She's very heavily armed, but I would imagine she's susceptible to damage from plunging fire. Let's take a closer look at her numbers here. You can see she's got 30-second reload time, which I'm going to improve on when I upgrade this boat, and I'll be doing that in a minute. Turret rotation of 38.3 seconds. That's already buffed from the captain skills. High explosive damage is only 5,700. Wow, but a 36% chance of setting fires, which is really good. Which means if you start by setting someone on fire and they use their fire extinguishing skill to put it out, they cannot put out another fire for a couple minutes. So a second salvo starting a second fire means they just have to burn. That might be worthwhile doing. But then when you take a look at the AP damage, 13,500 on a good hit, might be worth just sticking with AP unless you're shooting at a destroyer. Her dispersion of 297 meters is pretty lousy. That's a long range. Her secondary armament, she's got 10 turrets, each turret with 2 guns at 127 millimeters. Really, that's pretty good, and her AA is outstanding. She's got 60 20 millimeter guns, 80 40 millimeter guns, and 20 127 millimeter guns. That's just that's a lot of AA. Might want to boost it though. Maximum speed 30 knots with a rudder shift time of 22.2 seconds, which is decent speed but lousy rudder shift. Alright, let's get into the upgrades. Alright, target acquisition or concealment. This target acquisition lets you see them further away, but you can't shoot at them, so I usually go with concealment. But you outfit the boat to fit your playstyle. This one I'm going to have to think about a bit. The second slot. It's between damage control and steering gears. I'll think about that for a moment. Go on to the third. This is a no-brainer. Damage control system mod 1. You're not going to lose your steering gear or propulsion in a battleship. You might once every 80 games. Oh, this one. Oh, that really helps out with loading time and traverse speed. That is a good one because it makes your guns more accurate. It can help out AA or my secondaries. So what do I want to buff? I think I'm going to buff that so I get faster reload time and faster turret rotation. I'm not that good of a shot, so I need those things. That will help with turret rotation, but it'll slow down my guns. That will really help AA. And you know that enemy carriers are going to come after a Tier 10 Montana. That would be quite a feather in your cap. I'm going to look over my numbers real quick. Decisions. I do decide on secondaries. And I do question if that was the right way to go. This is a no-brainer. Main armament's 1. I could really help out my AAs. I've got a lot of AA already. Still, if I did that, carriers would not like me. Gonna go with main armaments. Okay, so now I gotta pick one. Had a couple minutes to think about it. My steering gears is terrible. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select steering gears modification. Alright, we're on a test server. So I've got some extra consumables I can burn through. Definitely gonna add Repair Party 2. It's not going to cost anything. And Damage Control 2. Well, that's really helped out. With the upgrades and reloads, my reload time is 26.4 seconds now. And that's going to help out quite a bit. Might as well throw on some camo. And, alright, well, I could definitely use an extra knot and a half of speed. Flooding time is always a good choice, as well as firefighting and hit point recovery. Those are all really good choices in a battleship, because you're going to get hit in a battleship. It's just going to happen. And what the heck, help out my AA, give it a little boost, help out my secondaries, give them a little boost. Let's see, what else? Yeah, this is a tier 10 ship. I could win and sink every ship on the enemy team, and still I would lose money in this boat. It's a tier 10 ship. Alright, let's get into my very first battle with the Montana. Usually at tier 10, your players have figured out that they need to stick together if they want to live. You still find a few guys that buy a premium ship and they're new and they go running off on their own and get slaughtered and wonder why. Let me zip ahead a bit. Alright, so we've got the Atlantic map. Looks like the team could push either way. Let's take a look at our team members. The enemy team actually is what you're looking at. Okay, they've got a Minotaur. They've got a Minotaur. That's bad news. If you see a Minotaur or an Atlanta or a Cleveland, take them out. So I type in a message, just a suggestion, looks like A and B to start. At tier 10, people have done this so many times, that's all it really takes. You make a suggestion and most folks will say, yeah, alright, no problem. And you'll find that the team actually does a really good job of sticking together. I also let everyone know that if they see the enemy Minotaur, please point it out, because I want that guy gone. The Minotaur, it has no armor whatsoever, but man does it put out shells like there's no tomorrow. Alright, so let's zip ahead a little bit. I launched the spotter airplane. And back up a bit, okay. So we'll be getting our first enemy there. A Moskva. Might as well, there's nothing better to shoot at. Take my best guess. I think that one turns out to be a miss. But I'm still looking for that Minotaur. Next ship that pops up, I'm going to take a peek at it. Amazing, somebody already hurt somebody. Okay, so that's not a Minotaur, that's New Orleans. Another Moskva. There it is. Got it. Alright. So this guy I am going to take some shots at. Maybe I can get him. We've had a destroyer pop up close by in B, but I'm counting on my cruisers to deal with that. Okay, so you can see the dispersion is so wide at 22 kilometers away that he sailed right in between my shots. Now we've got about 5 minutes to go before our visibility drops down to 8 kilometers. The cyclone is coming. So I do take a shot at this cruiser, and as you can see, I was a little shy, and that means that second shot's going to be shy too. And he's turning. Like I said, this is my very first battle. I've got a lot to learn about long distance shooting. Wow, missed again. Alright, well, I'm going to try once more. Then I'm going to go after that Minotaur. He's about to round that corner. And you can see the enemy is also staying fairly well grouped. I've got a cruiser in the mini-map cutting me off. Alrighty, so they've decided to shoot at me. That's fine, I'm going to get this Minotaur. So I got the 5 number on the bridge, and I'm behind him. 10 number on the bridge. 10 number looks right, but he's turning. Hey, Citadel hit right on, 13,500. Oh, he's gone, thank goodness. Alright, so now the enemy has thoughtfully lined up in single file. So I got 5 on the nose, and that's not bad. Fairly decent aim. I would like to do a little more damage than 1,300. Well, our team is focusing fire, so that's really good. I have taken a few hits and lost about 20% of my health. Oh, he should be, oh, he dodged those torps. You can see the amount of damage this thing does per hit is respectable. It really is. But I'm just having bad luck with my shells landing in the wrong place. I'm only doing like 1,300. Now I am tunnel visioning. I'm not noticing that there's a battleship off to my left, but it looks like he just got suicided by one of our guys. Alright, wiped one out. Now that cruiser hit me and put me on fire, but it's only one fire, so I'm going to let it burn for a minute. If you get a couple, then you really should put it out. But if it's just one, and you have 100,300 hit points like this ship does. Ooh, I just took a hit. So I went ahead and put the fire out and hit rebuild.
Torpedoes, direct front.
And hopefully I don't get torqued.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Okay, well I did slam on the brakes. And this guy is not looking at me. Well, fine. You can see our team is doing a fantastic job of focusing fire. When you got a team that stays together and focus fires, you're gonna win. You're gonna do really, really well in this game. If you got everybody just running off haphazardly and doing their own thing, forget it. You're not gonna do well. Alright, so moment of decision. Do I turn around? That would take forever. So I'm just going to put it into reverse He's coming around the corner anyway. And he's at 13 kilometers, which is fairly close range for this ship. And the cyclone's going to kick in here in about 10 seconds. So the first shot is a ranging shot, and it turned out to look quite good, so I went ahead and salvoed out. 2 hits, and he is coming after me. Ouch! He just wiped out half my health. So this guy has got some pretty serious guns. I probably should start angling, because he hits me with one of those again, I'm done for. So the Montana might have a lot of health, but that doesn't mean it's bulletproof. Not when a battleship can take half your health in one salvo. But he's not aiming at me anymore. Now I've got the range, I can just let go. Alright, 11,200. And our team is focusing fire. You can see the rounds are coming in from every direction. This battle is a great example of what a team can do when they stay together and focus fire. Just a fantastic example. This is how it's done. That's it. This is how it's done. So, only 1,000 points. 2 hits to Citadel, sunk 2, only 48 hits. Team score, how did I do? Well, I took second. Not bad. Detailed report, 29,000. 18 on the Montana, sunk a Baltimore, 4 hits. Took out that Minotaur. Landed a few on the Hindenburg and New Orleans and a Moskva. I did spread my love around. And wow, even though we won, took a half damage, and sunk 2 ships, we still lost 90,000 silver. Ooh, this is expensive. Alright folks, that's it. That is the Montana. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun.